What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines, and today we're going to talk about the Miami Heat, and we're going to discuss in detail their rotation players. Let's get into it.
The Miami Heat are currently 13th in the Eastern Conference with a record of 6-12. They are the Eastern Conference defending champs. What is going on with them? They have lost 9 of the last 10 games. They look horrible.
Oh, it's sad. It's sad. Can we have a moment of silence for their team? Oh my goodness. You know what? At the end of the day, what they're missing, and there's a couple of things. First of all, their roster is depleted. Let's just be honest. Between Jimmy Butler not being there, A.V. Bradley, we got health and safety protocols, we got injuries. Just about everybody on the team is injured, and they're day to day and or do not play. It's a disaster for them, and I don't know. I don't know. I guess if you're not going to defend your title, at least let it be because you had injuries that you couldn't. You have health and safety protocols that you have to adhere to. So maybe those reasonings, these are reasonings. I wouldn't even call them excuses. It's like reasonings. If you don't have your core players there, what you going to
do? I mean, so let's talk about it. Jimmy Butler has been off since January the 9th. He's expected back soon, but I understand he's going to be 12 pounds lighter.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Myles Leonard has been off with an injured shoulder. I don't know if he's coming back this season at all. Avery Bradley was off for 18 days before returning, so his rhythm is off completely. Tyler Herro was off with a bad neck, hasn't played since January the 14th, came back, and he was okay in his return, but I mean, there's some serious problems. And then Dragic, he's in and out of the lineup. Iguodala with a bad neck, and part of that is just old and load management. But there has been no consistency in their rotation at all because there's so many people in and out. You don't know who you can count on, except Bam.
And Bam has to be the one. Unfortunately, he shouldn't have to be the one to carry the load because I'm sorry, Robinson.
Oh yeah, Duncan. Sorry.
What's up? But at the end of the day, this is why the rotation players matter. This is why they matter. You wonder why we need to, talk about the rotation players, the role players, because of times like these. So when the team or when the coach is figuring out what their roster will be and they're making all these trades and they're trying to make sure they find the right fit. Hello? I'm wondering if they probably are thinking twice about trading Jay Crowder. I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. Because could you imagine if Bam and Jay Crowder were playing together right now? Perhaps a little bit better record, maybe still some losses in there, but not as devastating as they're experiencing right now. So it matters, right? It does matter.
It's a shame, and Stephen A. Smith said it best. Do not be a fluke.
He did. because guess what? It's looking that way. Oh, it's sad. It really is sad. I hate to see it for them. But their roster construction, as it stands today, is it questionable? Should we be looking at it? Yeah, we will talk about some of their rotation players right now.
Yep. Okay, so Gabe Vincent is one of the point guards who he's averaging 9 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. Fairly new to the organization, but I wouldn't say he's a really good piece. Dragic is who you need.
Oh my God,
Dragic.
You need Dragic when everybody is fully functioning. You need Dragic when the team is depleted. You need Dragic. And I'm serious. He is a change maker when you got your healthy stars playing. He is a change maker. He was a change maker when he was able to play before he suffered his groin injury. So you need Dragic.
Yeah. He's averaging 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. Now, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. To me, you need those 2 when you don't have your starting point guard. Now that Herro is back, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what Coach Spoelstra Coach Spoelstra does with the lineup now. But yeah.
Do they have enough veterans on their team?
You got Iggy and Udonis Haslem. Those are the two dinosaurs right there. You
I'm
don't
gonna
need
need Udonis. Hi, how you doing? Put your tennis shoes on. I need you. You know, at this point, your veteran leadership is probably best served on the court.
Yep.
During the game. Can a Miami Heat fan drop down in the comments and tell me why Udonis is not playing? Because I haven't found it. Can somebody? There has to be a reason, and I know that he's there for leadership, and they need that. But you know what they need more right now? Him on the floor, if he still has it. I don't know. Can somebody drop down in the comments and explain that to me, please? Thank you. Serious question. No shade. Serious question.
Yeah. So now Avery Bradley made his return to the lineup after several days off, like we discussed, averaging about 9 points, rebounds, and 1 assist. But for me, he's not an offensive threat. We need him on defense. So the fact that he was off for all that time, his stamina might be a little off, but you weren't going to get many points from him anyway.
Right.
But that's what they need, though. They need some offensive points. They need weapons, and they don't have any right now.
They really don't. You know what? I was watching one of the games, and I'm thinking, has the other teams figured out what's that guy? Duncan Robinson?
It's easy to.
Oh,
yeah.
Duncan, aside from shooting threes and running around the court, finding your spot, because that's really what he does. He runs around the court to find his spot. What else can you do? They're going to need for you to be a little bit more two-dimensional at this point. No, for real. This is where your additional skills, if you have them, need to showcase themselves, because it's not enough. It's just not enough.
You know, it's unfair to Duncan because clearly they knew that he was just a 3-point shooter. But now that, you know, people are in and out of the lineup and now a lot of pressure is on him, he's like, look, I came here to shoot threes. I didn't come here for the mid-range game or to slash to the hoop. So don't expect that from me right now. So I'm with Duncan. Continue doing what you've been doing. When everybody gets back, it'll be a nice transition. You know, I don't know. I don't think Duncan needs to do more. He needs to perfect what he's been doing.
My question is, once everybody gets back, whenever that is, will they still be able to contend for a play-in tournament spot? Because they ain't making it to the flat-out playoffs between 1 and 6. I don't see that happening.
No, they're not. But I think they'll make it to the play-in.
Okay.
But who wants to be down there? You know?
Nobody. No. You 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Yeah. Miami, hey, it's a great place to go to leave for vacation.
Hey, and you already in Miami. You just need to step out your door and go to the South Beach. So, I mean, so at this point, you ain't got to get on a plane. But no, it's sad. It is sad. I really hope that everybody comes back and they come back really soon, because the more time their stars stay out, the less opportunities they have to at least make it to the play-in tournament.
Now, one of the role players or rotation players I think is playing really well and needs way more minutes is Precious.
Yes.
You got to play Precious. He's averaging 7 points and 5 rebounds with very little time on the court. Come on, Spoelstra, put him in.
Yeah, this is the time now to switch it up. So Spoelstra, you're at a point now that whatever your scheme was, throw that in the trash. You got time and you got space. Play Precious more. I would love to see him and Bam on the court together more often, just to see what that dynamic looks like. You still got your Tyler Hero. You still got your Duncan Robinson running around the court. That's what he does. You know, and then who else do you need? You need somebody, but it's you whatever you thought you were going to do and however you thought you were going to ride the wave. But guess what? Half your players are listed as day to day. You don't know what you're going to get. And so with that, I understand, looking at the Heat team, why it is important for teams to know what their starting 5 is.
Yep.
This is a time when it matters. This is where it comes from, because when you have a team that they don't even know who they're going to be playing with every day, it messes up the chemistry. And I don't care what anybody says, it messes up the chemistry. Not because of them not getting along, but trying to figure out how they all fit in to whatever scheme and play strategy Spoelstra has. Because he's even flustered. He's probably like, "Oh, you're not. Oh, okay, you out today? Okay, whoo, you was you was here on this X. Now I got to try to figure out, should I put in? It's too much. It's showing up on the court. It just
it's definitely showing up. Now, the good thing about having all these players out is that the rotation players, they don't have no pressure because ain't nobody coming in for them. You don't have to worry about Spoelstra saying, come on out. Who you gonna put in?
Who you gonna put in?
Yeah, so you can play free and don't be afraid to make mistakes out there.
This is an opportunity really for you to really showcase your ability. And if you're not doing that, but are they doing it? I don't
just think, they have about 5 flat tires right now. How can you
even the spare tires a flat tire? I'm done.
The Heat have cooled off completely. There is nobody consistently other than Bam. I got to say Bam because he's playing his heart out.
Yeah.
And he gave it all he had against the Los Angeles Clippers, and it was almost enough. But it's not looking good. And I hate to see him expend himself like this in a loss.
But at the end of the day, Bam cannot carry the team. He should not carry the team. Guess what? Jimmy Butler cannot carry the team. He should not carry the team because last time I checked, you need a team to win a championship. So if Bam puts up his numbers, which he does, and eventually he is going to burn out. It's going to happen. And unfortunately, it's going to happen during regular season. So once your other players come in, and you need now Bam to do the same thing he was doing when y'all was out, he's going to be done. Then he needs load management. Now we're back to the same cycle again.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I think the Heat will probably land 10th in the East.
Oh, barely making it. Barely.
But it's still early. We're about 25% through. It's still early. I still believe it.
It's still early, not only for them, but for other teams as well. Right?
Yeah.
And other teams, people are still out. And when you have a Clippers team that can have their superstars out and they can win games, it's just another look at the rotation players. That's what we're talking about, right? So I'm hoping that the Heat will replenish itself. Their players will come back healthy, ready to go. Once everybody comes back, we'll know there may be 1 or 2 games for them to get their rhythm back together. But I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. But right now, when you're shaking your head from the rotation players not getting it done, then what will you have when everybody comes back? That's the missing piece for me. You need your rotation players to step up. Why haven't they stepped up? What is
it? They can't.
Why? Why?
I don't know. Maybe they can't. Maybe we need to take a closer look at Coach Spoelstra. He's been there very comfy down in South Beach very long.
Yeah.
Why should we overlook him?
He's a part of the discussion too. He has to be. He has to be. And I understand. Please, I understand that the team is depleted. I get it. But as a coach, you should be figuring out how to make it happen in spite of.
Yep.
And I don't see that.
That's his job.
Either you haven't put together a play strategy to make it work with the players that are healthy and can play, or the players that are part of the roster are not fulfilling their end of the bargain. Where is the gap?
Or they don't believe in his ability.
Okay, well, Pat Riley, come on up from the box. Maybe we need you down on the floor just during this time frame. Again, I'm quite sure this is new, uncharted territory. How many people? You tell me a team right now that's depleted as much as the Miami Heat right now.
Yeah, this is unprecedented.
Gotta be. It has to be. So can you imagine what will be the great story is now that they're depleted, been losing all these games, everybody come back and then they back at the top. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Oh yeah, but it's not going to happen.
Oh, I don't see it either. I'm just saying it would be nice. I can be hopeful. I can see that the cup is half full as opposed to half empty. But right now it's looking a little empty.
It's not looking good for the Heat fans. Heat fans, if you have any suggestions for this current roster, the way it's set up right now with players in and out, drop down in the comments and let us know. Hey, maybe Coach Spoelstra can use some of your input as well. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap up this episode on the Miami Heat. I wish the best for them, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. If you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe to our channel and we will see you guys on the next one. But until then,
peace.
Peace, y'all.